डेमोग्राफिक्स के बारे में बात करते हैं. I definitely want to pick your brains on this क्योंकि once again you're shunning conventional wisdom with this. There's a notion that you need to understand your audience and build for a target audience. But what you're doing is you're saying this is our culture, this is the food we want to make. We would love it if you came and experienced it with us, but we're not going to change the food to meet a certain target audience. So how important is it now? That wisdom that used to exist पहले कि आपको एक market identify करके build for that market, is that still important? That you still have to know what your target audience is?
You know, I think we do things in what we believe in. और जैसे मैंने आपको पहले भी बताया था कि भाई कभी कभी क्या होता है कि like when you get so technical, you don't do it with irrational thinking. ये जो आर्टिस्टिक और क्रिएटिव फील्ड है ना, इसमें आपको यू नीड लिटिल मैडनेस, यू नीड लिटिल पागलपन. यू अंडरस्टैंड? एंड इफ यू ट्राई टू डू एवरीथिंग what a chat GPT will answer you with, you'll not succeed in it. So I actually don't even read anything about food at all. मैं कुछ पढ़ता नहीं हूँ. मैं रिपोर्ट्स कभी कभी कुछ देख लूँगा, अगर कोई शेयर करे, भाई आप पढ़ लीजिए, देख लिए. I actually don't do anything. I don't believe in the concept of market research and everything. I don't genuinely believe in it. I just believe in, so first and foremost, I always say that, the food has to be tasty. The food has to be tasty. Food should connect with people, something that will make them happy. And just keep on working on it. I'm like the last guy who believes in market research here. Honestly, it sounds very funny, but I genuinely say that. और मैं सबको यही बोलता हूँ कि I have a very, like I always say that, clarity is one of the most important thing that you should have in your life. And I'm like, I want to make this, these are the parameters, and then how do I achieve it?
जबकि पहली चीज लोग कहेंगे किसी को रिसर्च करके आओ, है ना?
हाँ, maybe I'm very bad at it. That's why I don't do it. I don't know what the reason is. And I genuinely don't do anything like that.
I mean, it's worked for you. There's clearly a success story here.
नहीं सी, मैं सब आज सोचते कि हम लोग सक्सेसफुल हैं. मैं तो आज भी नहीं सोचता हम लोग सक्सेसफुल हैं. मैं सबको समझाता हूँ, and everybody is like, oh, you are being like modest or humble. मैं नहीं, हम सक्सेसफुल नहीं है. मैं हमेशा सबको यही समझाता हूँ कि भाई, I was across America, there are like close to 39,000 Chinese restaurants. There are close to 56,000 Mexican restaurants. Indian restaurant गिन के 6,000 है. So what is success for us? Nothing. One group of people running few Indian restaurants is not a definition of success for this cuisine. We need at least 10 to 15 operators across America to operate at a certain level to call our cuisine and us as successful. You understand? जैसे मैं वही बोलता हूँ कि जैसे I genuinely like, if you look at the Korean food right now in New York, if you look at the Thai food, ये अच्छा success है इनका क्योंकि you have multiple places which are doing phenomenal stuff. It's not one operator or one chef or one identity. There are multiple people who are doing great stuff. So for us to be successful as people, we need a lot of people doing and being successful. I always feel that. As a cuisine, as person, as whatever you call it.
I think that's a great dream to be working towards. Another question on the market research, but have you noticed any trends in the average customer in New York, their eating patterns, their average time they spend in a restaurant, how much they spend there? Is there a difference between that and, let's say, an average customer in Bombay?
I've been out of Bombay for close to 15, 16 years. So I genuinely don't know how the patterns are there and everything. But I think New York is a very different market altogether. Very different, very different. And I think every city you will go to, from like we have restaurants in different parts of the city within New York, the patterns and everything is very different.
Like boroughs में भी बदलते रहते हैं.
हमेशा. A Long Island city is a different category to Park Slope, to Lower East Side, to East Village, to West Village. Everything is different. everything. It is so important to understand that. And genuinely, I don't think so. Anybody, if somebody told you that they have figured it out, I think they might be bullshitting. Including us, if somebody told us, oh, you guys have figured it out, and I'm like, in my mind, like, I wish I had figured it out. I'll have a Lamborghini parked outside. Nobody has figured it out. Nobody has figured
क्या
it out.
डिफरेंस देखा आपने जैसे पार्क स्लो वर्सेस मिडटाउन मैनहट्टन कुछ क्या फर्क है
बहुत फर्क है बहुत like the kind of customers you'll get, the kind of spending you have, the kind of everything like it's tremendously different. It's a different mindset. Like we learn new things every day nearly. Genuinely, like it's totally different. Like I can speak for hours and hours on it. Itna alag hai. And that's why I always say that we don't try to, like one of the reasons we don't try to cut copy restaurants here and there is because every neighborhood is different. You don't know, like something that will work in this neighborhood, you go 10 blocks down the road, it might not work.
अच्छा
Huh? Like I'll give you a simple example. Like we have Rowdy Rooster. So we had the first Rowdy Rooster, then we open up the second Rowdy Rooster, which is near Penn Station. And we do bowls in the new Rowdy Rooster. And we then started doing bowls in the old Rowdy Rooster, which is in East Village. New Rowdy Rooster bowls are the highest selling things. In East Village is the lowest selling thing. It's not even a mile away from each other, I think. A mile and a half, maybe maximum. 32nd Street, 10th Street. So, na dur bhi nahi hai. But it's shocking, right? It's shocking. Like,
because there's more of people work.
That's it. A lot of things determine these things. Ye kisi ne, main bata raha hu, nobody has been able to sort these things out. A consumer pattern, nobody can sort it out.
And I'm assuming it's changing also, right? Neighborhoods change so quickly.
Oh, neighborhoods.
ये neighborhood क्या होता था अब क्या बन गया?
वही तो मैं बता रहा हूँ. न्यूयॉर्क का मजा ही है. Like न्यूयॉर्क तो मुझे लगता है every 5 blocks might be 5 blocks भी थोड़ा stretchable है. Changes every 5 blocks, I think. Yeah. 5 blocks and 2 avenues. It's a different breed altogether.
Like Williamsburg, you might have opened a certain restaurant 10 years ago. That won't run today in Williamsburg.
No. Nothing. Like, and I always say to people, कि भाई, maybe in next 3 years, Dhamaka will be irrelevant as a restaurant.
Really?
Unless until keep on reinventing yourself. I genuinely feel that you have to keep on reinventing yourself. आप नया क्या कर रहे हो? What is the new? Like, you cannot sit back on what made you succeed 5 years back. वो नहीं चलेगा.